Garden, main hall, and lounge. Let's go to the garden. Dame Caroline said that she found Monsieur Grenouille on the stairs by the fountain, so this must be the very spot where the murder took place. Hey, Falcon! Do the crime scene investigation thing. The crime scene investigation thing. Yeah, you know, that thing when you get all eagle-eyed and analyze every object in excruciating detail. You mean search for evidence? Yeah, do that! That's not a bad suggestion. Wouldn't be the first time the Parisian police have missed something right under their noses. In investigation mode, you are free to examine the scenery of the room. Click on an item of interest, and Falcon will examine it in closer detail. When you've had enough, or when you find nothing else to examine, click on the X in the top right corner. Select the area to examine. Okay, we get little pop-ups. Another beautifully made horse statue. You know, my uncle once had a horse that refused to eat hay. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yep, eventually realized I was just filling up on hors de vows. Terrible. Secondary examine. Well, that's not examinable anymore. I finally crafted the horse statue. The mane almost looks lifelike. Would you say it behooves you to stroke it? No, I would not. We need another horse statue. Baron Rodrigo certainly likes his horse statues. I don't mind the horse statues, but the little cherub people creep me out. Baby, he should be wilding, not attempting saddleless horseback riding. But how about another horse statue? A horse statue. This one has a goofy face. That reminds me of a joke. A horse walks into a bar and the barkeep says, "Why the long face?" Yes, we've all heard that one. What? No, the barkeep says, "You gotta stop coming here. You're drinking us under the stable." I think it's time to rein in the horse jokes. I swear something else was over here was selected for a moment. This fountain is finally crafted. It's solid carved marble. That can't have been cheap. I see nothing but water in the bottom of the lower basin. It's a shame we can't see inside the upper basin from here. That would be a perfect place to quickly stash a murder weapon. That's actually not a terrible line of reasoning. We ought to wait in and take a closer look just to be sure. Yeah, I suppose we should. Oh, I apologize. I wasn't being direct enough. What I meant to say was, Sparrowson, go wade into the fountain and take a closer look inside the upper basin. Me? No way! You want to go wading? Do it yourself! I'm a respectable lawyer. Can't expect me to roll up my trousers and paddle around a fountain like a duck in a lake. Yeah, well, you don't pay me enough to justify getting my sweet threads wet. Look, there's only one reasonable way to sell this. We'll flip for it. Flip for it? Yep, I'll flip this 1 franc coin. You call the outcome. Get it wrong, and you go for a swim. So what'll it be? Heads or tails? Napoleon face or plant squiggles? Tails. Plant squiggles? Let's call a reef sparrow. Sure, I'll bet on the plant squiggle. Here I go! It's heads. Should've gone with the old emperor, Falcon. God, fine, hold my shoes. Falcon should really learn how to spot a rigged coin flip. Goddamn, Sparrowson. I almost feel bad for cheating. Almost. Ah, you're back. Had a good swim? No, I'm a bird, not a fish. But I did find a mystery item in the upper basin. It's no murder weapon, though. What is this? It's brown and sticky. It smells weird. Don't tell me that you picked up a very wet cigar butt, possibly belonging to Baron Rodrigo. Correct. That shouldn't be too surprising. It is his house, after all. I'll stash in the evidence folder just in case. Yay. Oh, I never read these. This red herring. Dame Caroline had a bloody rare steak that at the banquet. A cigar was found at the bottom of the fountain or Grill's garden. Can only be reached with a little waiting. Is there anything else we need to do here? Ah, there we go. Dried blood on the staircase. It's supposed to be where Monsieur Grenouille died. Do you see any bloody footprints? Oh, maybe a name scrawled in blood written in the frog's last breath. Wishful thinking. All I'm seeing here is a big sticky puddle. There's nothing to indicate the body was moved or that the frog left a last minute clue. All I can make out from the bloody mess is that Monsieur Grenouille was attacked and killed on the staircase. Well. Alright. I think we're done here. Good call. Are you sure you don't want to take another dip? We still have time. Push your luck. Alright, let's try the main hall, I guess. The ushers have a good look around, just everything was... Actually, we haven't seen the lounge or photograph taken. You should probably go do that before we leave. Oh. Whoops. This is what I get for not paying utmost attention. Is that a giraffe? They're not even on screen at this point. Second floor. Their door on the right. This must be the room where the photograph was taken. Psst. Hey, Falcon, did you see that? See what? That housemaid totally just did something shifty. Shifty. I think she just pocketed something for that drawer. You should totally call her out on it. Excuse me, Mademoiselle. Ah! Yes, you two are you two policemen? No. We're private attorneys. My name's J.J. Falcon. I'm Sparrowson. Oh, how rude of me. My name is Colleen Duhat. So, what can I help you measures with today? We're investigating the murder that took place last week. Do you mind if we ask you a couple of questions? That's fine. Let me just grab a chair. That's better. What was it you wanted to ask? We're looking for the room where the photograph was taken prior to the incident. Do you happen to know whether it's the right room? Oh yes, you're in the right place. I saw the photography session for myself. Let's see. The cameraman was standing just about where you're standing, actually, Monsieur Falcon. And where was the camera pointed? Right at the clock above the mantelpiece. The bear insisted on using that very location. Now that I'm looking at it, something isn't right about that clock. I know, the painting on it totally clashes with the decor. I was thinking along more obvious lines. The clock has no hands. Oh, the clock has never had hands in all the years I've worked here. I think Baron Roguil just keeps it around as a conversation piece. Well, we're conversing about it, so I guess it works. It's a peculiar detail, though. I'll make a note of it. There's the clock hands. The clock in Baron Roguil's lounge has no hands. Is there something else you want to ask? You were a little nervous when we came in. You thought we were police officers. There's something we have to know? Anything you need to confess? No, I'm just a little nervous about after all the drama of last week. Are you sure there isn't anything that you're hiding? It's okay, tell us. We're defense attorneys. That means we help people get away with criminal acts. What the fuck? Right hand. Wait, what? No! That's not an accurate job description, Sparrowson. It isn't? Oh, what do we do then? I'll tell you later. Honestly, Messieurs, I have nothing to hide. Was there something else you wanted to ask? No further questions. Thank you, ma'am, as well. Oh, you've been a huge help. It's no problem, Messieurs. Actually, there is something. I know you two saw me stealing as you came in. I appreciate that you didn't give me the third degree about it. You see, I'm trying to save up to follow my dreams and, well, never mind, I'm rambling. It's no problem, mademoiselle. To be honest, we have a much larger crime to worry about. Although I should probably ask, I don't suppose you've been stealing anything else? Silverware, perhaps? You know about that? Yeah, I suppose that was me. It started with a couple of teaspoons. I didn't think the Baron would miss those. But, well, yeah, I suppose the habit got a little away from me. That's one mystery solved, at least. Missing silverware has been added to your evidence folder. Colleen, the housemaid of Chateau Criniere, has confessed to stealing silverware from the household. I would appreciate it if you didn't tell the Baron. He's been really kind. I would hate to break his trust. I see. So where to next, Big Bird? Did you measures have a good look around? I trust everything was in order. We had a good look. Thank you, Baron. We actually have some questions for you. Please, ask away. I have nothing to hide. Baron Roguil, I would like to ask you about your activities on the night of the murder. Oh, am I in trouble? No, nothing like that. We're just gathering the full picture. I see. Well, let me think. The guests arrived at 5 o'clock. We all sat down for dinner in this very hall at 6. That part went magnificently. The photographer arrived at 7 o'clock, but it wasn't until 7:30 that we had our picture taken. My housemaid discovered a crime scene soon after that. I see. There's something else I can help you, messieurs, with? Your housemaid, Colleen Duhat. She's a courteous young lady, isn't she? Yes, she was more than willing to help us with our investigation. Glad to hear it. Did you two want to ask something else? I think that'll be all, Baron. Thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure. Have a delightful day, messieurs. I feel like we didn't really get much info out of that. Did you get all the information you needed, Falcone? I hope so. Don't worry, if everything goes wrong in the trial, we could always just wing it! Terrible. Just terrible. Let's head back to the office to get some rest. A new day and a new location. No, that's not a new location. Here we go. Studio de Rubinillo. Here lies the home of Robidio de Rubinillo, up-and-coming photographer. So this is the studio of the famous photographer. Shall we knock? Wait, there's a note on the door! Ahem! The magnificent, marvelous artist, Monsieur Robidio de Rubinillo, is currently out on an artistic expedition. Shall return when his muse sees fit. His muse sees fit? What does that even mean? I think it means he is a pretentious bird brain. But in any case, the artist seems to be out. What shall we do now? We should knock anyway. Alright, I don't see the harm. Nope! Doesn't look like he's in, Falcon. We should break in. We should break in. What? Are you serious? Maybe. I'm sure JJ Falcon, I would have thought a man just as like yourself would be against reckless displays of unlawful barbarism. You're right, I'm sorry. I don't know what came over. It's a brilliant suggestion. Stand back, I'm barging the door down. How about a lockpick? Wait, just like that? Shouldn't we discuss this first? What in bird Jesus' name was that? You said you wanted to break in! I thought we could find an open window. I didn't think you would turn to a bird-sized cannonball. Well, now we're here. We ought to make the most of it. This place is quite something. It's very swanky. I was going to say ostentatious. That's just swanky talk for swanky. We don't have time for this. Sound of a door being smashed in could be drawing unwanted attention. Find anything that might help our case and get out. Okay. That's a straight up doorway. I see paints, inks, and dyes. Quite sure what the clear liquid in this bottle is. Oh, I thought that was like a thing, shelf of alcohol. I could taste test it. You could, but we don't have time for a hospital visit right now, so let's not. I see a Borgua Tigris profile. I see a finely dressed dandy fell upon a horse. This appears to be a photograph of a ladder, symbolic of climbing towards success, perhaps? It looks more like a step ladder to me. Oh no, we're not getting to that old argument. I mean, the step ladder is just a type of ladder. A beautiful picture of the Paris skyline. Given the angle, this must have been taken from Notre Dame Cathedral itself. A chandelier! You should get one of those for the office! I don't have the money for that sort of luxury. A butterfly, or maybe a moth. It's difficult to tell in black and white. There's a photograph of a castle somewhere in the countryside. You know, I once had an uncle who fell off a castle rampart while on guard duty. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Did he die? No, he got demoted. Terrible. So, I see we're gonna get a lot of puns from Sparrowson. A lighthouse? No, wait. It's a man in a top hat. Actually, if I squint and turn my head sideways. It's a black smudge, Falcone! This is a tiny photograph of what appears to be a jail cell. That reminds me, how legal is this? You know, breaking and entering, rifling through a person's belongings. I'm not gonna lie to you, Sparrowson. If we're caught, we will be spending the next 20 years with a number instead of a name. I called 24601! Don't be daft, Sparrowson. You can't call prison numbers. Damn, I wanted that one. What? What significance is that number? This is a picture of a fence. It's a fancy photograph! It leaves the viewer defenseless! Out of all the pictures here, I would pick it as my favorite. Okay, I'm done. No more fence puns. A picture of a sailing ship on a windy day. Wow. Just kind of like swing my mouse around wildly, see if anything gets selected. Okay, let's go. Hey, Falcone, look! What? It's just an easel. No, look what's on the easel! Oh wow, this must be a copy of the photograph from the evening of the murder. There's no question about it. I see a housemaid, Dame Catterline, and I think that's Senor Potois, Catterline's father. I see they didn't update the Facebook for Colleen Duhat. Wow. So what shall we do? Do we just take this? Oh my god. I mean, taking it would be evidence of us stealing. But at the same time, we're getting nothing out of this trip if we leave it. Come this far, I may as well borrow it. 2 photographs been added to your evidence folder. Is there anything else we need to do here? It's looking like a no. I think we're done snooping. Let's get out of here before we draw further attention to ourselves. Sounds good to me. Uh-oh. Oh man, dude, what happened to my door? Some kids, the little weasel types, we saw them. Yeah, weasels! They were all like, let's break into this art guy's house. They were like, no, weasels, you gotta do that because that would be illegal. They were like, we chased them off. That's the important thing. Well, thank you, I suppose. Let's make a move. Trial day is approaching fast. Right, let's go. A new day. The Palace of Justice houses the High Court, a place reserved for only the most serious of crimes. Can we ask our defendant more questions? What do you want? I know what you are. Saw you come by earlier, but visiting hours are over. Come back next week. Think you make exception for us? Visiting hours are over. Well, be quick. I said visiting hours are over. Do you barbarians understand? And parlay is front. Gosh. I don't think he's gonna make an exception, Falcone. Alright, let's continue our investigation. Darn. Palais de Justice. Falcone Sparrison stand inside the marble portico of the palace. Okay, I had an interruption, so I'm just going to restart. Falcone Sparrison stand inside the marble portico of the Palais de Justice, awaiting the opening of the Tribunal de Grande Instance. Are you nervous, Falcone? Yes. Of course I'm nervous. We're woefully underprepared for this case. 2 days. We only had 2 days to prepare. How do we expect to get anything done in that time frame? Calm your feathers, Falcone. We can do this. Bonjour, Falcone, Petit Sparrowson. Is there anything you need me to do? No. We've got a handle on things. Falcone was just telling me how confident he was feeling about the case. That's wonderful. I know you two will pull through. Let's move along, fellas. I'll be watching from inside. Do your best for me, Monsieur Falcone. We will. Are we ready? Yeah, we're ready.